Welcome friends to the Mathematics Made Manageable Mathematics video tutorial series prepared by M. Srinivasan, Training Associate Mathematics, KVS Z Mumbai. Reference material in all chapters of class 12 Mathematics is available easily to all the students. The students are not able to gather necessary help from this material as students need detailed explanation of the solution steps, recollection of concepts required for the solution at required places, tips to do problems with slight changes, tips to reduce errors. The above needs of the students is taken care of at this tutorial series. Important concepts and solutions to NCERT textbook questions in each chapter is prepared using PowerPoint presentation and the same is converted into video. The concept and solutions are supported by necessary narrations. The tutorial is only a supplementary material to students and it cannot replace the classroom teaching by an experienced teacher. Okay, the PowerPoint presentations with the solutions can be downloaded from the link given at the bottom of this video. The link to the PPT and also link to the PPT with the narration is given at the bottom of the video which you are watching. Welcome back. Chapter 5, Continuity and Differentiability. The topic, Derivative of Functions in Parametric Form. Here we will see what is the meaning of parametric form of a function and how to find its derivative and try to solve the problems in exercise 5.6 of NCERT textbook. Let us see what do you mean by parametric form of a function. A function y is equal to f of x can be defined using a third variable. Here you are seeing two variables y and x. We are going to define it using a third variable. That variable may be t or theta or r, whatever may be. The third variable, it establishes a relation between the first two variables. It connects x and y. The third variable is called the parameter. And the representation, when a function is represented through a third variable, which is known as the parameter, is called the parametric form. Therefore, expressing a function using a third variable, which is called a parameter, is called a parametric form. A relation between x and y can be expressible in the form x is equal to f of t and y is equal to g of t is a parametric form in parameter as t. Here we have written x is equal to f of t and y is equal to g of t, a function of t and function of t. We can write it as a function of theta and function of theta also and function of r and function of r also based on the situation. And whatever the parameter you are using, that will be either t or theta, and this form is called parametric form. Now let us take one example. The equation x is equal to cos t and y is equal to sin t is the parametric representation of the unit circle x square plus y square is equal to 1. Are you seeing here a very interesting thing? When I put x is equal to cos t and y is equal to sin t in that equation is satisfied because cos square t plus sin square t is equal to 1. All of you know that. Therefore, this is the parametric representation of the unit circle. Let us go for one more parametric representation for the parabola. X is equal to 80 square and y is equal to 280. When I take the 280, y is equal to 280 and put in the equation, it will become 4a square t square. On the right hand side, when I put x is equal to 80 square, again it will become 4a square t square. Therefore, left hand side is equal to right hand side. Now, this parametric form of a particular equation, maybe it is a unit circle or parabola or any function, is used for some particular purpose, finding the envelope, finding the involute, finding the evolute of that particular function. When you express it in the parametric form, our calculations will be very simple and analyzing the function also will be very simple for us. How to do the derivative of functions in parametric form? For the function y defined in parametric form as x is equal to f of t and y is equal to g of t. We cannot find both of them with respect to x. Therefore, we can differentiate them with respect to t. Put dy by dt in the numerator and dx by dt in the denominator. It's just like a chain rule is being used, but you remember this formula. Put the derivative of y in the numerator and put the derivative of x in the denominator. Normally, whenever we are putting this dy by dx, we will try to simplify it if there is any possibility of simplification. Suppose if the problem is involving trigonometric functions, there will be definitely a scope for simplification. We will try to simplify it. We will try to give dy by dx in the simplest form. We will try to do it. Let us take one example. I think this is the parametric representation of parabola. How to find dy by dx? Find dy by dt. Very simple. I have 2at. Its differentiation will be 2a because differentiation of t is 1. Again at square, differentiation of t square is 2at with respect to t. Therefore, I am putting it in that formula. Dy by dx is dy by dt upon dx by dt. 2a upon 2at. Therefore, the answer is 1 by t. Therefore, its derivative will be 1 by t. Suppose if you give y square is equal to 4ax, you know how to get it derivative also. 2y is equal to 4a. Therefore, 2y into dy by dx is equal to 4a. Therefore, dy by dx is equal to. Then you know how to get it. Now, this is the derivative using parametric representation. But dy by dx is equal to 1 by t. We will take a problem in theta. X is equal to e power sine theta and y is equal to 3 theta cube. Here we should see that dy by dx will be dy by d theta, whatever the parameter being used, upon dx by d theta. Let us find the definition, the derivative of y is equal to 3 theta cube. It is 3 theta square, therefore it is 9 theta square. And e power sine theta, you know, by making use of the chain rule, e power sine theta into d by d theta of sine theta, it is cos theta, or cos theta into e power sine theta. Now put it in that equation. Dy by dx is dy by d theta upon dx by d theta, which is 9 theta square upon cos theta into e power sine theta. If there is any scope for simplification, simplify it. Otherwise, you can leave the answer as it is. Let us move on to the problems from exercise 5.6. If x and y are connected parametrically by the given equation without eliminating the parameter, you should not eliminate. I think the meaning is you should not put one equation in the other and then get the solving for x and y. You should not do it. You have to directly find the dy by dx. You know that it is very simple. I know how to get dy by dx. It is dy by dt upon dx by dt. I will find y is equal to a t power 4. Y is equal to a t power 4. But dy by dt is 4a into t cube, because differentiation of t power 4 is 4t cube. The right hand side x 2a t square. Differentiation of t square is 2a. 2a into 2t, it is 4at. Therefore, dy by dt upon dx by dt, when you put, it will be 4at cube upon 4at. By doing the cancellations, the final answer is t square. Be careful. Find the derivative of y first, then x next, so that you can remember that numerator by denominator. But in the question, x may be given first and y may be given next. But differentiate y in the beginning, then differentiate x in the beginning. It is left to you. You can differentiate x in the beginning also. But be careful with the formula. Derivative of y will come in the numerator and derivative of x will come in the denominator with respect to t. Question number 2. If x and y are connected, again by the equation, x is equal to a cos theta, y is equal to b sin theta. Therefore, dy by dx is dy by d theta upon dx by d theta. For y is equal to b cos theta, but cos theta differentiation is minus sin theta, but dy by d theta is minus b sin theta. And cos theta differentiation is minus sin theta. Therefore, differentiation of dx by d theta is minus a sin theta. When you put it in the dy by dx formula, dy by d theta upon dx by d theta, it is minus b sin theta upon minus a sin theta. Sin theta getting cancelled. Minus sin also can be cancelled. Final answer b upon a. For it, derivative is a constant. Question number 3. If x and y are connected once again by the equation x is equal to sin t and y is equal to cos 2t, we have to find dy by dx. Dy by dx is dy by dt upon dx by dt. Y is equal to cos 2t, function of function rule or chain rule, minus sin 2t into d by dt of 2t. D by dt of 2t is 2, therefore minus 2 sin 2t. If it is simply cos t, it will be only minus sin t, it will come, but you are having 2t. One more function is there, function of function rule or chain rule you have to apply. Well, x is equal to sin t, direct differentiation, dx by dt is equal to cos t. Put it in the formula. Dy by dx is dy by dt upon dx by dt minus 2 sin 2t upon cos t. Sin 2t is 2 sin t cos t. When you use this, then cos t will get cancelled. Minus 2 into 2 is minus 4. Minus 4 sin t is the final answer for this problem. Dy by dx is minus 4 sin t. Once again, we have to find the dy by dx for x is equal to 4t and y is equal to 4 upon t. The formula is dy by dt upon dx by dt. First, let me find the derivative of y with respect to t. 4 upon t, the differentiation of 1 by t is minus 1 by t square. Therefore, dy by dt is minus 4 upon t square. X is 4t, but differentiation is very simple. Dx by dt is 4. Put it in the equation now. Dy by dx is dy by dt upon dx by dt, which is minus 4 upon t square upon 4. Therefore, final answer 4 getting cancelled. Minus 1 upon t square is the derivative for the function given by x is equal to 4t and y is equal to 4 upon t. Question number 5. The x and y are connected by the equation x is equal to cos theta minus cos 2 theta, y is equal to sin theta minus sin 2 theta. You have to find dy by dx. We know that dy by dx formula is dy by d theta upon dx by d theta. Let us take y first. It is sin theta minus sin 2 theta. And you know that the differentiation of sin theta is cos theta. Differentiation of sin 2 theta is cos 2 theta into d by d theta of 2 theta, that is 2. Therefore, it is written directly as cos theta minus 2 cos 2 theta. Similarly, when x is equal to cos theta minus cos 2 theta, its derivative is cos theta derivative minus sin theta. The derivative of cos 2 theta is minus sin 2 theta into 2. Minus sin 2 theta into 2, because differentiation of 2 theta also you have to do by chain rule. So minus into minus will become plus. Okay, you got it as cos theta minus 2 cos 2 theta upon minus sin theta plus 2 sin 2 theta. Or you can directly give the answer like this: cos theta minus 2 cos 2 theta by 2 sin 2 theta minus sin theta. If you want to have some more simplification, cos 2 theta formula you can put 2 cos square theta minus 1, and sin 2 theta you can put 1 minus 2 sin theta cos theta, and you can take sin theta outside. Like that you can do, and you can do some simplification. But you can do the simplification provided the question is asked to find dy by dx is equal to, show that. In that case you can do simplification. If required, do it, otherwise there is no need. Question number 6. X and y are connected by the equations x is equal to a into theta minus sin theta, y is equal to a into 1 plus cos theta. As usual, dy by dx is dy by d theta upon dx by d theta. Y is equal to a into 1 plus cos theta. Differentiation of 1 is 0. Differentiation of sin cos theta is minus sin theta, where it is minus a sin theta. Similarly, a into theta minus sin theta, when you differentiate it with respect to theta, differentiation of theta is 1. Differentiation of sin theta is cos theta, therefore it is a into 1 minus cos. Now it is minus a sin theta by a into 1 upon a into 1 minus cos theta. When you put it in dy by dx, there is a scope for simplification. Sin theta can be written as 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2, because sin 2 theta is 2 sin theta cos theta. Here we are using the formula of submultiple angle. And similarly, 1 minus cos 2 theta is 2 sin square theta. But here it is only theta, therefore we are using submultiple angle, 2 sin square theta by 2. which will get cancelled now? Sine and sine will get cancelled. 2 and 2 will get cancelled. Or you will get minus cos theta by 2 by sine theta by 2. So the final answer is minus cot theta by 2. Normally it is advisable to simplify dy by dx maximum in a simplest form, because we may require this dy by dx for future calculations. That is why it is always advisable. In question number 7, dy by dx, x and y are connected by x is equal to sine cube t by root cos 2t and y is cos cube t by root cos 2t. Now dy by dx is dy by dt upon dx by dt. Simple. Let us now start with y is equal to cos cube t by root cos 2t. We have to use the division formula, that is u by v form. Denominator the whole square, denominator into d by dt of the numerator minus the numerator cos cube t into d by dt of the denominator root cos 2t. Let us try to differentiate from left to right. Root cos 2t into differentiation of cos cube t is 3 cos square t into d by dt of cos t by making use of chain rule, minus cos cube t. Square root of something is 1 by 2 into square root. Therefore root cos 2t is 1 upon 2 times root cos 2t into d by dt of whatever inside the square root, that is cos 2t, by making use of chain rule. Let us continue. Root cos 2t into 3 cos square t, differentiation of cos t is minus sin t, and on the second term the differentiation of cos 2t is minus sin 2t into, once again differentiation of 2t is 2. You should be very careful whenever you are having a multiple angle, you have to differentiate it once again. You should be careful. Therefore cos 2t differentiation is not minus sin 2t, it is minus 2 sin 2t. 2 will get. We continue with that step. 2 getting cancelled. Therefore in the first term it is minus 3 sin t into cos square t into cos 2t plus cos cube t into sin 2t by cancel, minus into minus is plus. Now let us go for finding the derivative for x. X is sin cube t upon root cos 2t. Our dx by dt is, again we are using u by v form, denominator square in the denominator, then denominator into derivative of the numerator minus the numerator into derivative of the denominator. We got root cos 2t into differentiation of sin cube t minus sin cube t into derivative of root cos 2t. Now we have to use for derivative of sin cube t, we have to apply that chain rule. 3 sin square t into derivative of sin t minus sin cube t into 1 by 2 times that square root, because root x is 1 by 2 root x. For 1 by 2 times root cos 2t into differentiation of cos 2t. Once again differentiation of sin t is cos t. Then the differentiation of cos 2t is not sin 2t, it is minus 2 sin 2t. Should be careful. Cos t differentiation is minus sin t, but the differentiation of cos 2t is minus sin 2t into 2. You have to differentiate the 2t also by the chain rule. For now you got it as 3, but 2 and 2 get cancelled, minus into minus is plus. 3 cos t into sin square t into cos 2t plus sin cube t into sin 2t by that square root into cos 2t by taking cos 2t as the LCM in the numerator. Root cos 2t as the LCM in the numerator. Root cos 2t into root cos 2t is cos 2t only, therefore we have written like that. Okay. We got dy by dt also, and we have got dx by dt also. Perfect. Now we will put it in the formula. Dy by dx is dy by dt into dx by dt. The numerator by denominator. You know what it should be done, that the denominator should be reciprocated, and then you have to do the converting the division into multiplication. Let us continue our simplification now. That root cos 2t into cos 2t will get cancelled. You got minus 3 sin t into cos square t into cos 2t plus cos cube t into sin 2t in the numerator. Then 3 cos t sin square t cos 2t plus sin cube t into sin 2t in the denominator. Now by taking cos cube t outside, multiplied by sin 2t can be written as 2 sin t cos t in the both numerator and denominator. Now which will come out now from the first term also and the second term also, sin t cos t is coming out. But we have taken it from the numerator also and the denominator also. As we have taken sin t cos t common in both, it will get cancelled. After it get cancelled, now we will go for replacing cos 2t formula. We are having two formulae for cos 2t. One is 2 cos square t minus 1. Another is 1 minus 2 sin square t. Accordingly, we use it in the numerator and the denominator. When you expand, it will become minus 6 cos cube t plus 3 cos t plus 2 cos cube t upon 3 sin t minus 6 sin cube t plus 2 sin cube t. Again, now you are having in the numerator and denominator something can be taken common. Okay. We are cancelling now in the beginning cos cube t minus 6 cos cube t and 2 cos cube t. They are clubbed. You got minus 4 cos cube t. Similarly, in the denominator, minus 6 sin cube t and 2 sin cube t clubbed and you got minus 4 sin cube t. Now you got the idea now. Which can be taken outside from the numerator and which can be taken from the denominator. But before we go for that, I think we are having a formula when you just see it. The numerator looks like the formula for cos 3t and the denominator looks like the formula for sin 3t. Cos 3t formula is 4 cos cube t minus 3 cos t. And the denominator formula is sin 3t, which is 3 sin t minus 4 sin cube t. Okay. Now, therefore the numerator will become minus cos 3t and the denominator will become sin 3t. For when you do it, then it will become minus cos t. It will become minus cos t. Now this problem can be done in the by taking common also. Won't be any problem. But anyway, direct formula for cos 3t and sin 3t it is resembling, but directly we are substituting. Now you see the problem, it was a very big expression was given, but differentiation is minus cot t or minus 1 upon tan t. Problem number 8. X and y are connected by x is equal to a multiplied by cos t plus log tan t by 2 and y is equal to a sin t. Same thing, x and y are given, but dy by dt will be dy by dt upon dx by dt. We'll keep it ready. We will differentiate y separately, x separately, and then put it in the equation. Y is very simple, a sin t. Therefore, dy by dt will be a into differentiation of sin t is cos t. We'll keep it ready. We start with x. Differentiation of cos t is minus sin t. Log of something, therefore 1 by tan t by 2 and d by dt of tan t by 2 by making use of chain rule. Once again, what is the differentiation of tan t by 2? It is once again secant square t by 2 into differentiation of t by 2. Be careful. Tan t differentiation is secant square t. It will stop there. But in place of t, you are having t by 2. That is using chain rule. You have to differentiate t by 2 once again. What is the differentiation of t by 2? It is 1 by 2. We continue. Therefore, you can replace this 1 by tan t by 2 as cos by sin and secant square as 1 by cos square. If you replace tan in terms of sin and cos and secant in terms of cos, there is a scope for more simplification. You got it, cos and cos get cancelled. Then you got in the denominator as 2 sin t by 2 cos t by 2. It resembles the multiple angle formula for sin 2 theta, that is sin 2t, 2 sin t cos t, but this is 2 sin t by 2 and cos t by 2. It will be simply sin t. Therefore, you got dx by dt as a into minus sin t plus 1 by sin t. Take LCM as sin t, the numerator will become 1 minus sin square. You know 1 minus sin square is cos square. Therefore, dx by dt is a into cos square t by sin t. We are ready with the dy by dt and dx by dt in the most simplest form. Put it in the equation. A cos t upon a into cos square t by sin t. Okay, therefore it is cos t into sin t by cos square t. For final answer, it is tan t. For whenever you are having a problem involving trigonometric functions, there will be a lot of scope for simplification. Simply by making use of the basic trigonometric identities or formulae for multiple angle, submultiple angle and so on, we can simplify it. But as we have discussed, it is always advisable to find the simplest form for derivative, that is dy by dx. We move on to question number 9. Now x and y are connected by this equation. X is equal to a secant theta and y is equal to b tan theta. Therefore, dy by dx is dy by d theta upon dx by d theta. Y is very simple, b tan theta, therefore dy by d theta is b into tan theta differentiation secant square. And x is a secant theta, differentiation of dx by d theta is a secant theta tan theta. And do the division, numerator b secant square, denominator a secant theta into tan theta. There is a scope for simplification once again. Dy by d theta upon dx by d theta, therefore we cancel first secant theta, secant by tan, and tan theta is 1 by tan is cot, for secant into cot. What is secant? 1 by cos. What is cot? Cos by sin. Cos will get cancelled. For b by a into 1 upon sin theta. Final answer b by a cosecant theta. That is why whenever we get problems involving trigonometric functions or ratios, our final answer can be simplified using the basic trigonometric identities or converting secant in terms of cos and cot in terms of cos and sin, like that. Question number 10. We have to find dy by dx if x and y are connected by this equation. X is equal to a into cos theta plus theta sin theta, y is equal to sin theta minus theta cos theta. You got the value of x now. Dy by d theta is dy by dx is dy by d theta upon dx by d theta. Y is given. Let us try to differentiate. Differentiation of the first minus differentiation of the second. First one is direct. We got cos theta. But the second one to be used product rule. Keep theta, differentiate cos, keep cos, differentiate theta. For the differentiation of cos, it is minus sign. Differentiation of theta is 1. For you got cos theta plus theta sin theta minus cos theta. For cos theta getting cancelled, you got a into theta plus sin theta. Theta plus sin theta. Again we start with x is equal to a into cos theta plus theta sin. A into d by dx of the first plus d by d theta of the second. First one differentiation is minus sign. For the second one you have to make use of product rule. Keep theta, differentiate sin. Keep sin, differentiate theta. It will become theta cos theta plus sin theta. For the sin theta get cancelled. You got a into theta cos theta. We are ready with all. Dy by d theta we are ready. Dx by d theta we are ready. Put it in dy by dx. It will be a into theta sin theta by theta cos theta. Therefore sin by cos. Therefore it is tan. Differentiation is dy by dx is equal to tan theta. Question number 11. If x is equal to root a into sin inverse t, y is equal to square root of a into cos inverse t, show that. You see, whenever this problem is show that, the thing is that we have to simplify it further. We should not leave the problem as dy by dx is equal to dy by dt by dx by dt. Not allowed. Okay, x is given, y is given, but dy by dx is dy by dt upon dx by dt. We got y now. You can take log on both sides or directly you can do. It is 1 upon 2 times root a cos inverse t into d by dt of whatever inside that square root. 1 by 2 into square root, d by dt of square root, making use of chain rule. What is a power something? It is a power something into log a into differentiation of that. If it is a power x, it is a power x log a. If it is a into cos, a power cos inverse t, it is a power cos inverse t into log a into d by dt of that whatever the cos inverse t. What is the differentiation of cos inverse t? It is minus 1 upon root 1 minus t square. Let us continue. Now that minus sign can be brought to the front. Root a into cos inverse t, because a cos inverse t, a power cos inverse t, and square root of a into a power cos inverse t can be cancelled with the numerator and denominator. Therefore, you will get in the numerator square root. A and root a can be cancelled, you know that. Log a and then okay. Now here we can simplify it further, because in the question it is given that y is equal to root a cos inverse t. I am substituting it. Therefore, dy by dt is minus of y log a by 2 times root 1 minus t square. Let us keep it ready. X is given. Dx by dt is 1 upon 2 times square root into d by dt of whatever inside the square root, by making use of chain rule. Once again, differentiation of a power something, it is a power sine inverse t into log a into differentiation of that sine inverse t. What is the differentiation of sine inverse t? It is 1 upon root 1 minus t square. Once again, a power sine inverse t in the numerator and square root of a power sine inverse t in the denominator will get cancelled. You will get square root of a power sine inverse t upon 2 into log a into 1 upon root 1 minus t square. We continue by bringing the 2 and then root 1 minus t square. Once again, we can replace this is as x, where we have x is equal to square root of a into sine inverse t, a power sine inverse t, where we can replace it by x. Okay, now we got dy by dt, dx by dt. We have to put it in dy by dx, numerator upon denominator. It can be written as the numerator multiplied by the denominator term has been reciprocated. 2 getting cancelled, root 1 minus t square getting cancelled, log a getting cancelled. You got minus y by x. It may be the simplest form. Remember, all the problem which we have seen earlier, this problem can be converted into the asking you to find dy by dx in the simplest form also. Therefore, in every problem, you always try to check for simplification possibility of simplification. When now you see this problem is not involving any cos inverse, the trigonometric function, but at the final stage only that square roots and then terms are getting cancelled. But like this also some cancellations possible, but a problem involving trigonometric function, more scope is there.